What's up, y'all? It's LANTING. I'm here at A-List Photography, and I'm going to be doing a live performance for y'all on my new single that came out late December 2022, Come Back Home, produced by Hughes. But before we start that, we're going to get a little interview kicking. Let's get it.
So tell everybody where you're from.
So originally, I'm from Garland, but I've always been in the DFW area, and I moved to Oak Cliff recently to pursue a art school that I got accepted into, and now I'm living it up, going to open mics, getting more involved with my DFW community than I've ever been, so that's where I'm from.
Tell everybody, how is it living in the Oak Cliff area?
So it took a little getting used to. It's a lot different than the rural country background I'm from, but you know, you got to do what you got to do to pursue your dreams. And I know people got a little discourse about Oak Cliff, and some people look at it and they're like, you know, you get a bad rep, but Oak Cliff is awesome, and the art scene there is phenomenal. And I've just learned the more I've been in Dallas that I just can progress more and more. The more connections I make, the more venues I go to, the more people I talk to. It's a really like-minded area, and I'm glad to be here. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Okay. So have you got a chance to meet any artists in the Oak Cliff area?
Specifically in the Oak Cliff area, nah, but like all over Dallas, I have, just going to these open mics, going to the school I do right now. And it's not even just music, just artists of any kind, like people that pursue like any visual, any camera work, any of that. So yeah, Oak Cliff, I'm definitely still trying to have a foundation in music and in art in that. But for now, it's just whoever I can get in the DFW area, like-minded, creative, that's the main points I'm trying to get.
Is there any artists that you are taking a liking to in the music world? Do you have any favorite artists out here right now?
Like in DFW?
Just period.
Oh, period? Okay. So one of my favorites, heavy rotation, is Kenny Mason. He's from Atlanta, a great mix of hip-hop and rock and alternative style. And he's worked with some greats like J. Cole and Lil Wayne. So, you know, he's getting the recognition that he deserves. But he's always been an inspiration for me because he just does whatever the hell he wants. And that's awesome. That's what I want to do. Like, he really inspired me to be as creative as possible. And so someone else I really want to shout out is Suede Button-Up. That's the first person I've met at the open mics that I really connected with, and we've been in the studio a couple times. We've made some bangers. I've helped him out recording with some, and just, you know, that you do one for me, I do one for you lifestyle is really how you gotta live, because you gotta see someone that's talented and creative, and you just gotta see what you can do with them so they can see what they do with you, you know?
So I hear you speaking about a couple open mics.
Mm-hmm.
Can you shout out some of the open mics that you've been to?
Yeah,
in the
of course.
DFW area?
Of course. So the first one that I went to is on the Garland-Dallas border off of Shiloh Road. It's called Creators Don't Die. They also have a venue location in Deep Ellum. But that was the first place I was put on to by my friend Roman DeFro. Shout out to him. And ever since then, I've really just been tapped in with the open mic community. The more recent one is Eli's Underground Open Mic, Royal Lane Studios off of Maple Avenue. Definitely go check that out. That's more in Dallas by Love Field. Both of those are very creative and very entertaining to just be around. But when you get up on that stage, it's life-changing. Like the first time I performed around people, it just like really heighten my senses of, oh, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. You know, when you see other people do it, they're like, oh, that's cool. But you don't know what that's like until you get on the stage. So I've been doing it consistently. I try to go every week, if not every week, every other week, try and make as many connections as possible and just support other local artists because, you know, you can't be stuck up. You can't just be in your own lane. You got to really get out there. You got to put yourself out there, but you also got to put other people out there. That's what most important is, connections, at least in my opinion.
So what kind of music do you consider you make?
Shit, man, I make a lot of stuff. Like, my roots, I've always been in hip-hop because I grew up, you know, I grew up on Kid Cudi, Kendrick, Drake, Lil Wayne. But I really want to branch out past that because there's only so much you can do in one genre. You don't want to just be pigeonholed. You don't want to be boxed in. So I've tried out doing some R&B stuff. I've tried out doing some pop stuff, tried out doing some electronic stuff. I want to get more into producing myself and engineering myself. You know, I've been playing guitar for a little bit. I picked up keyboard not too long ago. But the vocals and the writing have always been the main thing for me, no matter what genre.
So which one do you like the most?
Like genre-wise?
Yes.
I think what comes more naturally to me is hip-hop, but I think right now I'm in more of a pop bag because, you know, you can also do so much with that, and I've not even tapped into because you got your mainstream pop, you got your catchy hooks, you got other stuff, but you can also take it back and do some acoustic. You can do full blown out production. You can meet in the middle. It's just so many lanes that you can do in one genre, and I just really want to explore it all. And the song you're going to hear is an 80s synth pop fuse called Come Back Home, and it does have some hip hop elements, it does have some electronic elements, but really it's pop at its core, and I hope y'all are having fun with this one. So,
All right, let's get right to it.
all right.